What's going on, everyone? So we have a Scream rumor that I see really going around. I've had several people share it with me even. I've seen some other people talking about it, commenting on it, stuff like that. And I want to be upfront and say I have no idea who this John Theo is. I don't know if they're credible. I don't know if they are or not. I don't know. They could just be somebody trolling. I have no idea. But it's a rumor that I've seen really kind of get spread around. So I figured, why not talk about it? It's fun conversation, and gives us the potential for, if it is real, then maybe we got a little insight. If not, no big deal, because it's not anything that's like super significant. But according to John Theo, Lucia Keskin, I think is how you say her name, is in talks for a role in Scream 7. She will play the babysitter. So now, Lucia, I am not familiar with whatsoever. That doesn't mean that she's not a good actress. That doesn't mean anything. I mean, even in Scream 5, there was a lot of characters that I had no idea of, and I thought Scream 5, everyone did a decent job, did a decent role, especially with the material. One of the things I've been really critical on has been the lack of writing, has been my thing. But I see a lot of people talking about how, like, she's a nobody, that, like, she's not a well-known actress by any stretch. So, is this the right move? Is it somebody to hire? And looking at her film catalog, it's only been TV shows from what I can see. And it's like, some things in 2022, she was in like Big Boys, I never heard of, Live at the Moth Club, again, never heard of, Sneakerhead, all three were in 2022. And then since 2024, she's been in something called Things You Should Have Done. Again, not familiar with any of these. She is a Canadian actress. She is also 23 years old, so she's still relatively young. Or not relatively, I mean, she is young at 23. But, again, not familiar with her as an actress. Now, as far as her being an unknown, I mean, Scream has always done that. I mean, Scream has always brought in actors and actresses that aren't like huge mainstream. I mean, even actresses like Melissa Barrera, like, she was more known in like the Hispanic culture and a lot of like, telenovelas and stuff like that. And she was fine, right? Jenna Ortega was not the star that she was right now. Right? She wasn't in Wednesday and, the Beetlejuice movies and all these things. Like, she was doing like little Netflix projects and stuff like that. Now, I know she was an actress as a kid for, what was it, Disney or whatever, right? But like, she wasn't who she was. She wasn't this big known actress like she is right now, who's just hot in Hollywood. I mean, even Neve Campbell, you go back to Neve, right? Like, Neve wasn't the Neve Campbell we know as far as like movie catalog and stuff like that. Like, Neve Campbell, yeah, she was doing little things, but she didn't really start pumping out the movies and shows and stuff like that until after Scream. I mean, you had like The Craft that came out the same year. Right? And it's like, she was in Party of Five and stuff like that. But she was, again, not this like huge known actress that like had this like well-established catalog. They didn't even want to hire Neve originally because of her lack of, catalog for films and stuff. So again, like, Scream has always kind of gambled on the big names, like the smaller names. The ones that have been the big names are usually the people that die quickly, right? Going back to Drew Barrymore. So to me, I don't think it's a big issue. If she can act, right? Like, it's not something where it's like, she has to have this well-documented catalog in order to be in this film. And everyone needs a start. Everyone needs a beginning somewhere. So I'm all for it. As long as she can play the role that is needed of her, right? And how much of a role is the babysitter going to play? I mean, if it's like the new Sam, right? Like, okay, I'm not going to lie, that adds a little more concern just because you really need somebody to deliver that and ride that home as the main actress. I mean, look at Scream 5, for example, right? People were like rioting over the fact that Melissa Barrera, and they thought Sam was a terrible character and they need to give it to Jenna Ortega and all this stuff, right? And then Scream 6, people kind of came around. But, again, like, same thing with Neve. Neve was like the 12th choice for Scream. They had people dropping out. Drew Barrymore was supposed to be the main focus, right? I mean, Neve Campbell. What was the there was only like, she was only did like what, one movie at that point. I think it was like The Dark or something, or The Darkness or something, right? Like that was like the only movie she was actually in prior to, I mean, again, The Craft came out the same year, but, and she wasn't even the main character in that. She was just like a supporting character, right? Like Scream was like here she is, you know, and then all of a sudden you saw, you know, Scream 2 and then Wild Things and, some of those rom-com things, right? Like, you know, the one with what was it, Matthew Perry or whatever. Point is, like, all of a sudden she started being in a bunch of films, and she got a bunch of roles, and you know, you still see her kind of sprinkled in series and movies and stuff here. She's not the, you know, big name that she was at one point, but she still, you see her getting consistent work. She was in like the Twisted Metal series not that long ago, but you know, before that she was Party of Five, and then that like one random movie, right? And then she was in what was the other? It was the Cantonville Ghost, right? That was, but was that a movie or that a series? No, that was a movie, right? So yeah. So okay, so you had the Cantonville Ghost, and then you had the Darkness or the Dark, right? Like I said, I'm trying to like play it in my head in real time. But point is, I don't mind them having this random. That might not be the right way to phrase it, but what many people feel like is this random actress in Scream. A lot of the actresses have been kind of random in Scream. You know, you look at like, you know, like Liv, right? You just go down the list. Like, yes, they've had bigger names or more well-known actors and actresses, but they've never had like the big star. Even Drew Barrymore was not the star she was at the time of Scream. She was just recognizable. She was just somebody that people knew of her. But she wasn't this like huge star at that point, right? Like she had quite the fallen off. But still, like, as long as she can play the role, as long as she can do the part, as long as she can, you know, deliver what is asked of her, and it's not something where it's like, oh man, you know, like they probably should have went with a more well-established actress, right? If she's being asked to kind of carry the movie, then yeah, it's a little concerning. But again, if the rumors are true, which again, I want to preference that they're just rumors, right? So take it with a grain of salt. But if the rumors are true, then you want to have an actress that can just kind of fill in those spots where the babysitter. I mean, the babysitter could die in the opening scene. We don't know. Now, she could just be a casualty, right? Like, we don't know if she's going to play a major role. She could be in the film for 10 minutes for all we know, right? But to me, I just wanted to address that because, like I said, I've seen a lot of people talking about it and sharing stuff about like, like, what is this? What is that? And like I said, I don't even know if these rumors are true. I don't even know if these rumors are accurate. But we'll see. Time will tell. As always, this is a discussion, so I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you think that she's going to play the role well? Are you familiar with any of the shows that we've seen? Like I said, I am not familiar with anything that Lucia has been in. But for all I know, she could be an excellent actress, right? Just because I'm not familiar with somebody doesn't mean that she's not great and won't be great in this role, right? But no, I would love if anyone has any insight in her and kind of her as an actress and any of the things she's been. Like I said, it's only been a handful of things. Step Below, Humble, Big Boys, Live at the Moth Club, Sneakerhead, and Things You Should Have Done. I kind of clicking through it right now, and yeah, it's just all like sitcoms and stuff. But again, maybe she's great, maybe she's not. I'm definitely rooting for her success if she actually is in this upcoming Scream movie. Obviously, she has to actually be in it. But if she is, I'm rooting for her success, right? Because if she's good, if she's able to deliver, if she's able to show what we need to see from her, well then, it's probably going to be a really good movie. So I'm rooting for the success. Time will tell. But again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel. What are you doing? hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.